Good day, everybody. As you coming in, please like, share, and subscribe to this video. All right, let's get into it. Uh, as an Arsenal supporter, as a gunner, as an Arsenal supporter for over a couple of decades of my life, I expect greatness. I expect greatness. I expect to be highly competitive and win every possible match. I know it is impossible to win every match, but as a gunner, as an Arsenal supporter, as somebody that watched Arsene Wenger get hired in 1998 by Arsenal, there is a standard that I expect of my team. I expect Arsenal to win silverwares. I expect Arsenal to win and dominate every game. That's my expectation. And when we have guys on the roster, guys on the team that are not producing but getting paid a good amount of money, it annoys me because no matter what team I support, for me, no player is bigger than that team. No player is bigger than Arsenal. No player is bigger than the Ravens. That is just how I see things because these are teams I support. I just I'm not a player supporter. I support the badge. I support the logo. I support what that team stands for. You know. And yes, Arsenal, as you know, last season, we all thought we were going to win the Premiership, and this season, we're expecting that we are highly competitive in the Champions League, and go for a Premier League trophy, a Premier League championship. And you know, I'm I have a problem with us keeping Thomas Partey on the roster. Thomas Partey um, has only had one good season at Arsenal, and for about I think the last two seasons, he has not been available. Why are we paying a player £200,000 per week if he's not going to suit up for us? If he's not going to play for us, why are we wasting that salary, that wage salary cap? Why are we wasting that cap? Do you know how many players that we can get for £200,000 per week? Decent, above average roster players that can make our bench competitive. We are paying somebody that type of money and he's not playing for us. Yes, I understand that he's a good player, but your best skill, anybody's best skill, is their availability. Thomas Partey has not been available for us. It is time for him to go. I want to win a Premier League. We need players that are ready to help us win a Premier League trophy, to help us win a Champions League trophy. We cannot keep paying players a high amount of money if they are not going to be producing for us. £200,000 per week is no joke. And how many games has Partey played for us in the last 2 years? How many games has Partey played for us this season? When he went to the African Cup of Nations, did he really produce? Ghana has been knocked out. So he didn't even produce for his country. So why are we still keeping him? I'm actually surprised that the Black Stars of Ghana called him up. Thomas Partey has not even been playing, so I'm surprised that he got a national call up for the African Cup of Nations. He has not been producing. I don't want to see him on my team next season for real. Like Arteta, Arsenal, Edu, Kroenke, and everybody in the front office. Thomas Partey has to go. He has to go. He has to go. We need players. We need players that can help us get to where we want to go. We want to be champions. I want to be a Premier League champion. I want to be a Champions League champion. So we need players that can get us that. Thomas Partey is a waste of space at Arsenal. Thomas Partey is occupying a roster spot that a young player can fill. And that young player can help us get to the goal that we are trying to get. Honestly, this is annoying. Arsene Wenger will never do this. Arsene Wenger will never keep a player that is not producing. Arsene Wenger was all about getting the wins. Arsene Wenger was all about pushing for the trophies. Arsene Wenger doesn't keep players that don't produce. Arteta, wake up, wake up. Thomas Partey has to leave Arsenal. He has to. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. Thomas Partey is not a bad player. Thomas Partey is a good player. He's a very good player. But if you are not available, how can I trust you? How can I believe in you? You've only had one good season and you're getting £200,000 per week. Hell no, you got to go, bro. Is that I don't care whether they release him, whether they trade him, whether they transfer him. He should not be in our squad next season. Because me personally, I don't think Arsenal is going to win any trophy this year because we don't have a striker. We cannot score goals, so I don't think we're winning any trophy this year. But next year, if Arteta don't get us the Premier League next year, then we need to start looking elsewhere because we cannot keep investing and spending money in these players and we are not getting the results. So Thomas Partey has to go. He really has to go. All right. Let us transition to another Arsenal player that I'm also having concerns with. Emile Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is a good young prospect, a very good young prospect. Emile Smith Rowe is a good player. I like him. He's excellent, and he has the potential to be great. But I understand that injuries has affected him. And I'm not ready to give up on him yet because, like I said, he's still young. You know, we can't compare him to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is about 32 or 33 years old. That guy is old. He needs to get out of my squad right now. But Emil Smith Rowe is still young. I think he's still, probably less than 26 years old, less than 25, 26 years old. You know, he has great potential, great, great, great potential. But like I said, I'm trying to win. And I do not want players who are not trying to win, who are not doing their best to get back on the field to make sure we win. I need I need guys who want to win. I need guys who have that winning mentality. And I believe Emmitt Smith Rowe has that. So I want to give him another chance. So Emmitt Smith Rowe, to me, you have one more season. For me, you have one more season to prove that you are that guy. You have one more season to prove that you deserve to be in an Arsenal shirt, you know. Because right now, there's no for me, I don't feel like we need a Smith Rowe on the squad because Arteta bought Kai Havertz and we like Kai Havertz. And Arteta likes Kai Havertz. And for me, Kai Havertz has I'm not gonna lie, he has performed this season. But I still believe in Smith Rowe. I still believe Smith Rowe can still be a starter. I think we need a player like Smith Rowe. I believe Smith Rowe can score goals if he is in form. You know, and yes, he's been riddled with injuries, but next year has to be his year. Next year he has to step up for real. He has to step up next year or leave. He has to because I was saying this same thing about Gabriel Martinelli. And let's be real, when Martinelli came back from injury and he started the following season, I think which was last season, Martinelli had a dominant year last year. Trust me, Martinelli had a good year last year, and also he's been playing decent this year as well. But I feel like Arsenal was not as dominant as they were last year. But Martinelli has been playing this year. So that's the type of improvement I want to see from Emile Smith Rowe. Because when Martinelli and Smith Rowe was coming up, a lot of Arsenal fans, including myself, I felt like Smith Rowe was better than Martinelli. But right now, Martinelli is way ahead of Smith Rowe. So Smith Rowe needs to step up. Martinelli did it. I believe Emile Smith Rowe can do it. So Emile Smith Rowe for me, he has next season. He has the 2004-2005 season to show that he's that guy. If not, then he has to go because at this point, with Arsenal's culture, with Arsenal's history, with Arsenal's tradition, we should be about winning championship. I'm not trying to be competitive. I'm not trying to be a good club. I'm not trying to have a good football weekend. Oh yeah, we win this game, we lose it. Nah. I want to win. I want us to go back to the early 2000s Arsenal where we were running the league, when we were dominant. I mean dominant. You know, I know that we will never have a season like the invisible season. I understand that. But come on, I think Arsenal is good enough to have something close to that. And I believe if we have something close to that, we will be winning the Premier League. For Christ's sake, Man City has had how many years of dominance? Come on. I don't care about fancy football. I don't care about just winning or trying to be among the top four or wherever. I want to win. A lot of these young Arsenal fans, I don't think they understand, you know, honestly, a lot of these young Arsenal fans, me personally, I don't see them as real Arsenal fans. Because if you're a real Arsenal fan, you should understand that Arsenal standard is winning. Not just winning games week in and week out. Winning the big ones, going for the big ones and winning it. We need a premiership. We really do need a premiership. It has been too long since we won a premiership. We need a premiership. So if Emile Smith Rowe can't get us that next year, then he needs to leave. Thomas Partey is stealing a roster spot and is stealing money. He needs to go. He needs to go this summer. He needs to go this summer. So yeah, that's it. So in conclusion, Thomas Partey gotta go. Emile Smith Rowe, you have one more chance, one more season with me to prove yourself. I believe in you. I know you can do it, but you have one more season to prove yourself. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. As you're on your way out, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you on another one. Have a good day.